We are the Green Team at the Marin School, and we want to help you make an impact on the planet by what gets thrown away.
In this short video, we are going to show you actions you can take that positively impact our environment with what you do with food waste and what can and can't go in the green bin in Marin County.
You may not know this, but one of the most effective ways to address global warming is to reduce food waste. Reducing food waste can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 26 gigatons from the organic material that rots in landfills. This also reduces deforestation because by wasting less, there is less of a need for land for food production. Every time you waste food, you waste the energy that went into producing it.
When compost is thrown in landfills, it does not have any oxygen or movement to aerate it, so the compost ends up releasing greenhouse gases such as methane. Methane is 20 times stronger than carbon dioxide in heating up the atmosphere. In the US alone, 95% of food waste finds its way to landfills. More and more towns have Greenwaste facilities, where you can turn your food waste into something that will contribute to a healthy planet, not further hurt it. Let's learn about what can and can't be composted in the Marin Greenwaste.
Before we show you what can and cannot go in the green waste in Marin, let's talk about food waste in general. In 2012, the NRDC published a groundbreaking report that revealed that up to 40% of food in the United States goes uneaten. That is, on average, 400 pounds of food per person every year. The sell-by, use-by, and best-by dates on every food product is actually an indicator of peak freshness, not unsafe to eat, but every store is required to rid the shelves of these products by this date. That, along with imperfect produce, which is perfectly fine, but seen as unmarketable by major retailers, accounts for a great deal of edible food going to waste. Fortunately, there are programs that will distribute food to those in need after the sell-by dates, and programs that sell imperfect produce.
So what goes in the compost? All food scraps, including coffee grounds, meat, eggshells, dairy, and tea bags, plus everything you can eat. Yard waste like wood shavings, tree clippings, and leaves, and then dirty soiled paper. So newspaper, printer paper, paper towels, like pizza boxes, used paper plates without a plastic lining. So you can check if they have a plastic lining by putting water in it, and if the water soaks through, then they are not lined with anything and they can go in the compost. If it stays in them, they have to go in the landfill. So things that you might think go in the compost are animal waste, bioplastics, compostable plastics, but they really aren't compostable and they need to go in the trash.
So basically, if you have been throwing bioplastics or waxed paper into the green waste, then that would be considered contaminated and they will most likely throw it in the landfill. Bioplastics give us the illusion that they are better for the environment, but they are almost as durable as regular plastics, and take incredibly high heat or being ground up to be able to break down as quickly as organic material. It is generally better to look for alternatives to using plastic and bioplastic.
Before we go, here are some tips to reduce food waste and waste in general. Compost at home, school, or work. The green waste bins are free in Marin. Move away from plastic containers and cutlery that ends up in the landfill. Travel with your own cutlery and containers and straw so you can enjoy the food you get from restaurants and stores without creating waste.